So the theme of today's event is inspire. And I'll be talking basically on what I have titled, Get Help, Give Help, Go Forward. You can call it 3 G's, basically. Get help, give help, and go forward. At one point in time of our lives or the other, we've had opportunities to think of becoming very great. We've had opportunities to think of becoming extremely big and powerful. We want to achieve things. We want to achieve that. We want to get a particular height. We want to occupy a particular position. We want to go forward. Nobody wants to start working for an organization, get enrolled in a particular school, and remain on a particular spot. We all aspire to go forward. My talk basically is summarized in this part, that to go forward, we must learn to give help, get help, before we can go forward. I will start by telling us that no one was born into this world alone. No one was born into this world alone. And no one was born to succeed alone. You will always need someone at one point in time to move you forward. You will always need someone at one stage in your life or the other to move forward. That simply means if you look back into your life, you would remember that you didn't learn how to talk on your own. Someone had to teach you how to talk. Someone had to teach you how to walk. Someone had to teach you how to do this, how to do that. Many of us are here today from different countries. Did you get here on your own? No. Someone had to lend you some help to get to this place. This is applicable to anything we want to do in life. You want to become an engineer, you want to become an architect, you want to become a professor, you want to become the owner of an institution. You need help from someone. And you also do not just need help, you must also learn to do what? Give help to people. All my life as a young man, as a young individual, I have been a product of help. People have helped me from one time, one way, from one place, from different areas of life. I have received help from parents, from people who are not even my parents, who have helped me. So you can know, I would like to quickly let us know that I did grow up with a mother. I was just 3 years old when my mother died. Just 3 years old. So it had a psychological effect on me. It had an emotional effect on me. It had too many disadvantages in stock from me. And someone had to look at me and say, boy, I am volunteering to be your mother. And that person helped me. That person moved me forward. And this person is Honorable Justice Maria Ajibola Folaim, a High Court judge. She just looked at me and said, boy, I volunteer to be your mother. I volunteer to be your mother. And all my life, this is the woman I know as my mother today. She gave everything, she did everything. I never felt like I didn't have one. Why? Because someone gave me help. Another person I would like to talk about is a man I call George Olawale Adigui. This is one man who helped me discover purpose in life. Today, I am here today. I love to talk, I love to speak. I didn't discover that just on my own. Someone gave me the platform. Someone looked at me. At the age of 15, he gave me an audience of over 2,000 people. And I spoke to them for 1 hour in his organization. And from there, I started discovering myself. I started getting to know what I could do with my life. It started becoming a passion in me, and I started driving forward with my life. Without his help, how could I have done it without his help? I could have said, okay, well, I could stand on my own. I could do this on my own. I could do that on my own. But he came forward and said, boy, I'm going to be a father to you. So you can know, at the age of 7 or 8, I can't be with you, remember, I lost my father too. So he came on board and said, boy, I'm going to be your father. He volunteered to be my father. And that's why I got to some heights. I got to discover some purpose. I got to discover some talents and gifts about my life. And the third person I'm going to talk about before I wrap this particular session up is a man I refer to as second Abisola in Cyprus International University. This is one man that took me up here in Cyprus International University in Cyprus, and he said, boy, you've got something to offer your generation. You've got something to offer this school. You've got something to offer people who are in your life and out of your life. We will do something with you. We will do something for you. And every step of the way, he was there for me. He was there with me. He was always supporting, counseling, and advising me. That is what help I got from this island. If you are in any country, not your country, even in your country, but let's say you are in any other country and you are schooling there or you're working there, God knows you need help. There's little you can do without help if you're living in someone else's country. And not to talk of, if you are living in your country, it becomes even much more important because there are more tendencies to be lackadaisical when you are in your country. So this man took me up, and today I see him as my academic mentor, I see him as a brother, and he calls me his friend. Now, let's talk about some other important things. Not only do you need help, you must learn as an individual, as a person, to give help. You must learn as a person to give help. And people say, what do I have to give? I am too young to help anyone. Maybe you are asking yourself that question today. I'm just in my 100 level, first year. What do I have to give? I am just a student. What do I have to give? I am not making money. There is nothing. I need help. So why should I give help? I need help. I would like to inform you that I was barely 15 or 16 years old when I realized that I was designed to be a helper. And every human being, as you're looking at me in the audience, you were designed, you were created to be a helper. There is someone out there who will not move forward if you don't stretch your hand to help that person. There is someone out there who will not achieve and accomplish his dreams if you don't stand up and say, look, I'm going to be there for this guy. I'm going to be there to help this man. There are people all over the places. We see them in our classrooms. We see them in our homes. We see them in our neighborhoods. And we have to step up and say, look, I have a responsibility. And I said to myself, I am not just going to make it an occasional thing to help people. It is going to be a responsibility to help people. It is going to be a responsibility to help people. And that is why you will see a picture here. There is a gentleman with an arrow, red arrow on his head. He looks like me. I was just that age when I started giving scholarship to young people. And that was about 15 years ago. My monthly stipend was $20. Do you know what that means 15 years ago? That's, I mean, chicken change. And I took 10% of it, 20% of it, every month for almost 2 years. And I looked for young people, younger than me, who that money would benefit. And I was giving them scholarships on a monthly basis. It was small. But you see, what matters when you are helping people is not the size of what you give them. It is the size of your heart. And I kept helping them for 1 year, but it became a habit. And I did that. And then I moved on from there. I got people to support me. A friend came and said, okay, I'm going to add to what you do. And then gradually, it kept growing. And I kept doing that. I didn't have much when I was helping. So there is no excuse for not helping. You don't have to have the world to help people. You don't have to have everything to help people. All you need is a large heart. No matter how small the resources are, no matter how tiny the things you have to give are, once you have a large heart, there is someone out there who would appreciate it, who would receive it, who would accept it, and who would be happy for whatever it is you have to give them. There is another picture here, and that gentleman still has another arrow on his head. You will notice that he's always wearing oversized shirt. That simply means that most of the time, when he was giving all he had to give, people were giving him clothes. Those were not his clothes, but those are bigger than his size. What am I trying to point out? Most of the time, you don't get to receive when you don't give. You don't get help when you don't give help most of the time. Maybe there is the kind of success you're looking for. Maybe there is the kind of progress you're looking for. Some of the time, the victories with the side that we want will not come to us until we give some other people the victories that they deserve or that they deserve. So it is our responsibility As you're walking on the street, you should always ask yourself this question: who can I help? And in what capacity can I help? Who can I bless? And in what capacity can I bless them? It doesn't matter your level. You don't have to be a billionaire. You don't even have to be the owner of an institution to do that. You could just be a 100-level student. I remember back in the days, I started a school, a college, and what was I doing? I was teaching people for free. I saw that I had the opportunity to teach physics. I understood physics so well. I understood mathematics so well. I understood further mathematics so well. I could do anything calculations. And then I started a school to teach for free. And parents got to hear about it. And they all started calling me. My son had this problem. How can you help me? And then I go to the house. I help for about a semester. People keep calling me. They started calling parents. Started calling me. And it became a big deal. It became something that they embraced. And I did these things for most of the time. I did them for free. And the lives of those kids will never remain the same. Most of the time, apart from teaching, I share principles of life with them. How do you become effective? How do you grow as a young person? You see, you have something in you that someone needs. That is the important thing. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be material things. There is an advice you can give. There is a counsel you can give. There is an encouragement. The smile on your face alone could cheer someone up and then make the day for the rest of their life. So there is something you have to give. And we have to make it the responsibility that there is someone's life that depends on your own life. If we don't see life that way, we may not care. We may not even bother to know exactly what is going on. I'm going to take a step further from here. And I'm going to tell us what happens if no one helps you. We started by saying that you have to get help before you become anything in life. And then, the second thing we said is that you have to also give help before others can move forward. Now let's talk about a third important thing. What if no one decides to help you? We said that you cannot move forward if no one helps. What if no one actually decides to help you? What do you do? How do you go about it? The best thing you can do is to help yourself. By helping yourself, you are also helping someone. And that person is who? It's you. So you have to make it a responsibility to always help yourself. How do you help yourself? How do you help yourself? It's a decision you have to make. If no one is coming to you, you go to yourself. And then you ask yourself questions. You look inward into your life. What can I do to move forward? One of the things I tell myself and most young people is that you are not at a disadvantage. And you are never a liability. The man that created you, the force that made you never made you to be a liability. They never made you to be a disadvantage. And that simply means that when people see you, they are supposed to celebrate you. When people see you, they are supposed to be happy. When people see you, they are supposed to see a solution coming to happen. If you are not a solution yet, that simply means you are yet to tap into yourself. You are supposed to be the solution. If you look inward enough, there is something about you that can actually solve the problems that people have today, basically. So when people don't help you, you have a responsibility to help yourself. Now, this is very important. Your challenges, the problems that we go through, they are actually designed to be opportunities for us to go forward. The problems that we go through, the challenges that we have, they are designed to actually make us go forward. So, I am encouraging you today. Is there a challenge you're going through? Is there a problem you think you have? Is there something that you think is a limitation for you? Those things are supposed to be your pedestal to move forward. When I came to this island, I had serious challenges. When I came to this island, I had serious problems. But today I am happy. Not because I'm where I'm going yet, but I'm much closer to where I'm going. Why? Because I was able to get help from people. And I was also able to give help to people. A couple of months ago, myself and a group of people, my friends here, we launched something that looks like an organization. I mean, I can't call it an organization. But we launched something that looks like an organization. And what do we want to do? We want to start giving scholarships to young people. It doesn't have to be academic scholarship. It could just be helping them pay their rent, maybe half of it, a quarter of it, if they want. It could just be helping them put food on their table. It may not be everything, but just a part of it. You see, those little things we do, they go a long way to add value to people. and then it puts your name on your heart for the rest of your life. Today, leave this place today with the mind that you have a responsibility to be a helper. Give help. Get help if you want to go forward. Thank you.